Hey guys, Learning with Rich here. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to create a symbol that you can offset left and right or up and down. So in this exercise, I'm going to create a lighting switch, and then I'm going to create also the symbol for that. And then the symbol that I'm going to create, we're gonna have an offset option wherein you can move it up and down or left and right. Because sometimes it happens when you place lighting switch and then another electrical fixture, the symbol overlaps. Okay? Now, you can't move the symbol unless you need to move the 3D model, right? But sometimes when you move the 3D model, what happens is it's really far from another fixture which is not part of your design or which is not your design. So you need to put two fixtures really close to each other, and if you do that, their symbols overlap. Okay, now I'm going to show you a way to create a family wherein there's an option wherein you can offset only the symbol. Okay, so that they are not going to be overlapping when you place that on the floor plan. Okay, so let's do this. So I'm going to create first the symbol for my lighting switch. So to do that, let's go to the new families, and then let's look for annotations. Double click that, and then let's create a generic annotations. Just click and open that. Right, and then we don't need this note here. If you want to read that, just read, and then after that, delete. Okay, now the next thing that I'm gonna do is the symbol. Okay, so let's create, it's just a line, and then I'll create a circle for that with the reference of how about strong reference, and then I'll pick the center point, and then just one. Okay, diameter is 1, and then modify, and then I'm gonna select this, and then I'm gonna move it here. Okay, so that's it, and then I'll create another couple of lines here. So line something like, just approximate. Okay, right, so let's say for example this is now the symbol of my switch. Now the next thing that I'm gonna do is, of course, I'm gonna save this one. I'll override the symbol that I created earlier. So the name is symbol. I'll just replace that. Okay, so there you go. We just created now the symbol. Now the next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm going to create now the family. So let's create new, select new family, and then this time let's look for electrical fixture. Okay, so just select that one and then open. Right. Now, let us load our symbol. So this is now your switch. So let me just save this one first. I will call this switch or lighting switch. Okay, and then save. Okay, and then I will go back again to my symbol here, and then I'm going to load this inside my switch family. So I'm going to select load into project, and then I'm going to place it here. And there you go. So there's now our symbol. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to create a couple of parameters that will allow us to offset our symbol. Okay, so to do that, I'm going to place a dimension, this one. I'm gonna, before I do that, I'm gonna move this up a little. Just use the up symbol on your keyboard couple of times, and then let's use the dimension tool, and then let's click our reference plane, and then the bottom of our family here of our generic symbol. So just pick that, and then let's place it here. Let me just change the scale here to 1:100. Oh no, 1:1. Yeah, okay, so 1:1, so that the text is not too big. Okay, so there you go. Right. Okay, then let's place another dimension. But for this one, I'm going to move that to the right. Just use the arrow on the keyboard and then press it a couple of times because we need to snap at the center line of that family. That one. Okay. and then just place it here, and then select modify. And then we will be converting this text, or I mean this dimension, to a parameter. So to do that, so let's click the dimension, and then let's click create parameter, and then let's call this, okay, so I'm gonna call this offset along wall. All right, and then let's put that on the instance parameter, group it under dimensions, and then just select OK, and there you go. So let me just change the scale. No, it's really big, just 1:1. Okay, and then let's convert this as well to a parameter. So let's click this, create new parameter, and then let's call this offset from wall. Okay, and then let's do that instance as well, group parameter under, and then just select here OK. Now the next thing that we're going to do is let's flex our family if it is working or not. So to do that, let's go to our family types. Okay, so let's click that one, and then you see these two parameters that we have here. So I'm going to change offset along wall. So let's say I'm going to change that to 10, and then I select your apply. There you go, so it's working. So how about this one from wall? How about 1? Apply, there you go. So how about 20? Going up, there you go. All right, how about 5? Apply. All right, so basically it's now working up and down, it's working left and right. Okay, the only issue here is you can't put a negative value. I tried that before. So let's say I put this to 0, and then I apply it 0, right? So let's say you want to go to the left side. So that's the problem. So -6, for example. Okay, so I can't do that at the moment because I don't know how. So if you know how, just teach me. Okay, you can just message me and then teach me how to do that. All right, so I can just put here a positive value here. Okay, right, then okay, so it's working. So how about this one? 50. Okay, apply. There you go. So basically it's working. So let me just put that on the 0, 0 here. Okay, now, so after you create your symbol, the offset, you see, it's not that difficult. So let us now create our 3D model. So by the way, let's create a new type here. So I'll just call this lighting switch. Okay, there you go. And then just select here. Okay. Now let's create the 3D model. So I'm going to open the front elevation here. Just double click that. And then let me just zoom in here. And then, of course, you know already the basic of creating your family, right? So I'm going to create here a reference plane, create one there, create one here, and then another one here. There you go. So basically, your reference plane is the skeleton of your family. Okay, and then let's put some parameter here or dimension first. So let me just put it here, 1, 2, 3. Then let's place it here. So let me just change the scale, 1:1, because that's too big. Okay, there you go. And then let's, how about 1:10? Okay, just 1:5. All right, and then let me select the dimension, and then let's select EQ here for equality. And then for this one, so I just want, let's say 20. Oh no, how about just 15? Okay, and then let's modify the height. Let's put dimension to the height. So I just want this to be 70, like that. Now for this one, because it's too narrow, I'll just make this about 20. Let me try 20. Okay, there you go. Right, now the next thing that I'm gonna do is, let's create our 3D. So let's select create, extrusion, and then let's click our rectangle. Let's pick there, pick. If you want to lock it, lock it. Okay, so finish. There you go. And then let's check this one out in our 3D model because I think this one is too thick. All right, so let me just click this, and then I'm gonna make this like 20. It's still thick, so how about 5? And then let me check that on the top view again, reference level. All right, so there you go. So here's now our family. And then let me just go back again to my 3D view or front elevation again. And then let me create another extrusion. This time, I'm gonna offset it using the peak lines, offset distance of, let's say 5. Okay, let's offset that. So we're gonna create the body of our switch. Now for the thickness, let's just make this about 20. And then apply, check. Let's go check that out in the floor plan. Okay, so it looks like this. So I'm just gonna drag this here. Okay, because my main focus here is just to show you how to create the symbol offset distance. Okay, if you want to check out what's the basic of creating family, I do have videos on that one. You can check those things. Okay, so this is now the family. So let's say I'm okay with this. Let's check that out in the 3D view. So there you go. So there's my switch. Okay, so now the next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try this out in a project. So let's go create a new project and let's see if our family is working properly. So I'm gonna create a new project here. So I'm gonna use an electrical template. Okay, and then let me just go back again to my family here, and then let's save this. So let's say, so there's already the name, so it's already switched. Okay, so let's load this inside the project. So I'm gonna select this, view, and then go to the load into project. I'm gonna load that to the project I created, and then okay. And there you go. So it's now loaded. So I'm just gonna cancel it because I'm not gonna place it yet. So, but it's already loaded in this project. Okay, so let me just go to power plan. Okay, so the reason why I go to the power plan because for me to be able to place the switch that I have created. Okay. All right, because the category of that is, I think it's electrical fixture. So you will not be able to see that inside your lighting plan because by default it's turned off. So that's why I just go to the zero power plan because in this view, I'll be able to see the electrical fixture. Okay, so let me just create first a wall here and then rectangle. That's it. And then I'm just gonna put a door here. So click the door. Let's load it. There's no door loaded in this project because this is an electrical project. That's why I need to load one. So yes. So I'm gonna load a door here. So how about this one, double glass, open. How about, can I select all? Then okay. All right, and then I'm gonna place it here. So there you go. So there's now my door. And then I want to place now the lighting switch that I've created. So let's go to the systems and then let's go to the electrical fixture, that one. And there you go. So here's now our family. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place it here and then modify, right? Now, the problem here is that it shows this 3D model. This is the model, right? We only want to show the symbol. So that's why we need to do some minor editing on our family. So let's go back again to our family. Let's go to the reference level. Okay. Actually, you can also do that in the 3D view. So let me do that in the 3D view. So this one. All right. So here in the 3D view of my switch family, so I'm going to select my 3D model like this. And then you will see this mode, visibility settings. So you click that one and then you will see the family element visibility settings. Okay, so here, we don't want to show this 3D model on our plan view and RCP. That's why you need to uncheck it. So you want to display that in your 3D view, in your elevation view. So leave this checked. Same with the detail levels, but uncheck that on your floor plan and RCP or reflected ceiling plan. So just select OK. And then if you go to your floor plan, what you will notice here, the color here becomes gray. So it's not black anymore because this one will not be shown on the floor plan. Okay, so that's why it becomes grayed out. Okay, so now that we have changed the visibility settings, so let us now save this and load it back again to the project. Project 2, okay. And then let's just override this. So we are expecting this will be gone. So once we override, and there you go. So it's now gone. So in 3D view, it will show. Where's that? That's the one, right? Let us just turn on the thin lines. There you go. And then let's click that family. Let's move it up. Let's say 1,200. And there you go. So it's working just fine. Okay. So let me just change that here and then move to this side here. Okay, so let's say I'm gonna put another family there. So let me just go back to the floor plan. You see, this is now what happens, right? Okay, so this time the symbol overlaps the door here. So it looks like it's really close to the door. But in reality, in the 3D view, it's not, right? So I can just move that here. But still, if you check that one out on the floor plan, it's still too close. But in reality, in the 3D view, it's not that close, right? It's because of the symbol. Now, let's say, for example, I want to add another one. So I'm going to copy this. And then I'm going to place it here. Okay? If I check this one out in the 3D view, as you can see, it's really far, right? So this one, it should be closer. Let's say, for example, that's your design. Okay? So in 3D, it's okay. Okay, so in 3D, it's okay. Let me just change the height of these walls. Oops. Oh, let me just hide this level first. Hide that. Okay, let's select all of this wall. And let me just put that on level 1. Okay. And let me change the discipline to coordination so I can see also the model. Okay, you see here in the view it's okay, right? But if you go to the floor plan, 0 power, this is what I'm talking about. So they are overlapping. That's the reason why we created the offset option. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click this and then we should now be able to see the option here. This is the one. This is the reason why we have this lesson, because of this offset. So for this one, so I just want to offset this symbol along the wall. Okay, so let's say I'm gonna put here 100, just approximate. Okay, so how about 200? Apply. There you go. Oh, just make it 500. Okay, and then let's click this, and then how about 200? There you go. See? So it looks nicer here in the floor plan. And at the same time, if you go to the 3D view, nothing happens, right? Because that parameter is only for your symbol. And another thing that you need to take note when creating your family, especially electrical family, is the switch. Okay? I mean, is the connector. So let's click this. Let's go back to family editor. And then let's check this one out in the 3D view. Okay, and then let's put a connector, which is important when it comes to electrical, plumbing, mechanical. this one, connectors. So let's put an electrical connector. Okay, so I'm gonna put there this one, balance, and then I'll just put it here at the top. There you go. So I now have there my connector. Of course, you can still modify that. You want to change the system type, number of poles, power factor, load classification, voltage, apparent load, power factor, etc., etc. So once you place the connector, just save your file, load it again to your project, and override it. There you go. So when I click this, I can create now a system for that. Okay? So if I go to the floor plan, and there you go, see? Our label now here, or the symbol, is all tidy up, right? So you can change the offset. So let's try if this one can offset off the wall. So let's click this. Okay, this one, so about 500, for example. There you go, right? So you can do that one as well. So let's say, for example, let me just select this and change this to 0. Then let me go to the 3D view. Sometimes there are some design wherein they put an electrical fixture below, right? Oops, sorry. Let me align this to that side. Okay, to this side here. Okay, something like that, right? But again, if you look that one on the floor plan, so it looks like this because of the offset that we have created. So I can click this. Let's go to the floor plan, that one. So I can put there an offset. So let's say 200 off the wall or from the wall, about just 400. There you go. And then this one, 200. Something like that. Okay, so you can play around the offset option. Okay, so hopefully you learned something from this video, guys. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, you can put it on the comment section below. And if you like this, don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my channel. So thank you for watching. Have a nice day.